cause, put it all on the line. I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the back.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the 50, it's Watson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Gibson again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll try the air now with Watson. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll go play action. Howell. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past Mostert. Hit, and he drops the ball. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Is that ball?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Washington.
First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Howell throwing again after the pick six. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they go play action with Howell. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Grant Delpit. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
An entertaining start to